Yo, what's up, motherfuckers? Today I'm gonna study for 2 fucking minutes. Starting at 3, 2, 1. Depth ratio, also known as depth to asset ratio, basically is used to find out depth to equity ratio, or it can be used to, or debt to equity can be used to find debt to asset ratio. Debt ratio is most commonly known as debt to asset ratio as well. It's an another name, but it's same thing. It is signified by DA. And using both of it, we can find equity margin. And equity margin basically refers to or equity multiplier. Sorry, equity multiplier. How many times the equity? Sorry, I don't really know, but I think it's supposed to show how much the equity is in multiple terms, or whatever. That's for it, and it's pretty easy to calculate. The formula is very good. Then we have got oh yeah, what I was trying to talk is like in a finance, main objective thing is right now for Nepalese financial system. Majority is theory. I'm not worried about it. I can learn it. I can understand it. I love it. But for numerical part, it's like long-term analysis and short-term analysis. And right now the questions are quite easy, but exam it can fuck me up. And the thing is, I learned a lot from uh, what to say, third sim, yeah, third sim, and using all that knowledge, I can do something great about it. And majorly, I've identified that there is two types of numerical till now. One is to find out about shareholder. It was in unit 2. It was about shareholder or something like that. And right now, it's short-term and long-term analysis basically for all the sector by banking sector or just other people to analyze and how it is. So now going back to business law, today we learned about offer part in detail. So let's go over it. What did we learn in offer? Okay, I learned about offer. What is offer? Offer simply refers to proposal made by offerer to offeree. I'm making a proposal to other person. I'm the offerer, and the other person is offeree. That person receives it. So this proposal basically refers to do or not to do something, right? Either I will do something that that will help or is wanted by offeree, or I'll abstain from doing something to the offeree or something act that offeree doesn't want for me to do. That's what it is. So there's a very good definition by said by the Holsbury's law of England, which says an offer is an expression by one person or a group of persons or by agent on his or her behalf made to another by another of his or her willingness to be bound to a contract with that other on terms certain or capable of being rendered certain. This basically refers to I make offer to other person. It's basically a contract. That offer is basically trying to make contract with other person legal in a legal bound. That's that's what it is. And now talking about where this is talk about offer in Mulligan Civil Code. Mulligan Civil Code is talked about in section 594 subsection 3, and the features of offer includes expression of willingness to do or abstain from doing. Like I said, I express my willingness to do something. Say I'm making an offer to you by making content. Oh, fuck. Now it's the time of MS. So today we completed a unit 3, that's business process reengineering life cycle. It's a very important thing. So there is performance indicators which called as key performance indicators used to measure or assess the success of PPR, and this includes reduction, cost savings, quality improvements, and much more on. The success factor of the PPR includes clear vision for transformation, reduce cost, change management, etc. So basically, this success factor is measured by KPIs, right? And only after knowing that can it be said it's good, it's successful. The principle of reengineering includes quality, raw material, etc., and integrate information into real work. So one of the main principle of re-engineering is so that I can use the information that I learned right now into real practical world. That's how it is. In an ideal world, anything can happen. Everything is good. Okay, not everything. Everything is good. Everything goes like as we thought. But in real world, because of external forces, that doesn't happen. And it's a very short one. There's nothing really much to talk about this. And DSS, decision supporting system, basically refers to those information that is provided to managers or those internal users of organization, uh, that is interactive. That is interactive. Those information are interactive for for business for organizational achieving organizational objectives. Now, I like to talk about difference between traditional costing and activity-based costing, from what I know and I remember. Now, both of these are used to basically trying to figure out and differentiate among various products how much the cost of one thing, let's say uh, direct expenses or something direct material, let's say, is separated to various products. As basically these two methods are used. So traditional method basically what it does is it looks over direct expenses, right? Direct cost, and it ignores indirect cost in a sense that it allocates them not directly, not according to the products, but separates into various forms by providing whatever is common, what is the common indirect cost to all. That's just how it is. It separates the indirect cost that is commonly to all. Now this causes a problem. It causes a problem for the fact that we don't know who costs more, who costs less in traditional method, right? Traditional costing method. We don't know. Let's say product A is costing more, but because of this method, we can't say, we don't actually know A is the actual product that is costing more, because all ABC have the same indirect cost, and indirect cost are what very important to know about. In ABC method, that is basically what we are trying to solve. Basically, in ABC method, we what is done is in for all the products, the cost associated with them are directly mentioned. None of the indirect costs are equal. Every indirect cost is different. So yesterday I talked about multiple regression analysis. Now I'm going to talk about it more in depth. Okay, there's there's three equations for multiple regression analysis. The first one is, second one is, and the third one is quite simple. It's basically summation of what was it called again? I forgot. But it is summation of finding out. Okay, it's summation of independent with dependent variables. Basically, it is that. Okay, we are trying to basically find out from given independent variable about dependent variable, and there are three formulas of it, equations rather, I should say. And what easy thing about this is that through calculator, I don't know which exact it is, I'll ask sir tomorrow again how to calculate it, but using the calculator we can easily find out the information of all three variables very easily. We don't need to scatter around and look over what we should do, what we shouldn't do. We can find constant value, we can find the slope value very easily, and that's what we require to find out, and that's what we want to find out. And multiple regression is quite easy, and I have no real complaints about it. Yeah, just the degree of freedom causes some kind of confusion, because it's not always one degree of freedom is lessened from the total sample size, right? Sometimes it's twice or sometimes thrice. It's because it depends on how many dependent variable we are trying to figure out from independent variable. That's what degree of freedom relies on. Now about organizational behavior. Okay, now we are going to personality. What is personality basically? Personality basically refers to the physical factors and environmental changes that creates a unique pattern of thoughts and behavior of a person. That's basic personality, right? My physical factor, my genetics create me. My environment nurture me. Nature and nurture make me my personality. There's also a third one called situation factor, but I don't really think that's the correct one. There are three main determinants, as it is said. The nature, like I said, the inborn factor, the environment factor. Environment factor here simply refers to social and culture factor. Social basically refers to our parents, our friends that shape our behavior from our home. Those are social factors. Culture factors are the societal or larger factor that as our parents follow and then we follow, we observationally learn from them, right, about our tradition, our religion, our custom, our values, our stereotyping, racism, everything. It falls under cultural values. Situation is kind of weird thing because the situation here basically refers to an life event that occurs in a person's and that affects that person either positively or negatively. That event can make either person very popular, otherwise less popular in also sense. Well, whatever. Now let's talk about personality traits or qualities. How many there are? There are five, and this is mostly talk about through ocean model. Okay, what does ocean model say about it? O for openness, C for conscientiousness, E for extraversion, A for agreeableness, and for neuroticism. Neuroticism basically refers to how good is your mental state. That's how it is. So yeah, that's my 2 minute study session. I talked about what I could talk about. I did what I did about, and just basically revising it in my way by speaking it out because I can speak it out. Therefore, I did it, and yeah, I just liking what I'm doing, and that's how it is. And tomorrow I'm going to do 3 minutes one. Okay, 3 fucking minutes. Let's go.